She's a bit of a cloudy one. Guys, we're here. Good morning. It is race morning. It is 6:25. Just got up, got my carb drink ready, had some water to start with, got my carb drink ready, had a quick little shower, trimmed up the bed a little bit, and we are ready to go. So yeah, it is race day. We're going to go hit it. About to go get in the car, go get this bloody check-in all sorted, and yeah, we're going to get underway. Spectator tickets. Alright guys, we've made it. We did the athlete check-in first thing, and let me tell you, it was a success. So if you're ever going to do this race in Auckland, check in the morning of. It was so much easier. Long and short, how long do you reckon it took?
10 minutes?
Took about 10 minutes. Yeah, took about 10 minutes, so it was sweet. So I'm excited. Just nailed back a coffee, which is kicking right now as we speak. And it's a beautiful day. It's a cool environment. It's pretty laid back. And just, yeah, it's real chill compared to triathlon. It's just, you don't have to set up a bike, you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. It's just get here, check in, cruise, get ready to have some fun. 8 o'clock wave. 8 o'clock start time, 10 wave. I'm assuming that's what that means. So you can see that. I think it's like 8 o'clock start time, wave 10. That, just like triathlon, it's just segregated into age groups. But I'm stoked. It's a good start time. Man, this coffee is starting to kick my ass. Yeah, sold out. I've heard that, well, I know that when I was watching the briefing yesterday, it's like 6,000 athletes over the weekend, so it's a pretty big thing. We're going to do our best with footage of me racing, but we didn't bring the front pack. I didn't prep as well as I should have for that side of things, so Emma's going to try and get some footage. If not, I'm going to have some photos that I'll run through when I do the little race debrief, I suppose. But till then, there ain't nothing to it but mother can do it. So yeah, that's that. Feeling good, excited. We'll go in there and watch the welcoming ceremony. Starts in 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's in there. Anyway, guys, let's go. See you after the race.
tougher on that run. Doing mean, honey. Go, Benny! Don't stop, Benny. Keep going. Don't stop, Benny. Keep going, everybody's stopping. Don't stop. Keep going. Come on, Benny. Dig in, dig in, dig in, dig in. Come on, go, go.
We're done, guys. We're done. Hyrox, Auckland, February the 1st, and it was a sick event. Had so much fun. My finish time, 1 hour, 2 minutes and 58 seconds I had on my watch. So I'm pretty happy with it, man. Run went well. What the hardest, honestly, the burpee broad jumps broke me off, man. They are hard, yakka. The row, I felt strong in the ski. I was going faster than. Yeah? You tell the people of YouTube, Tama. Yeah, the runs went well. Sled push and pull felt not too bad. The one thing about the sled push is the middle tube they stacked the weights on was almost eye level, and I'd been practicing with one that was real short so I could get lower on it. And because I was pushing quite high, it kept like tipping forward, so that was something I had to adjust for. But we're trying to find our car right now. Look for the roof racks. But I think it's one more over. Anyways, I'm going to do a proper race breakdown because literally I finished about 10 minutes ago. But main experience, when you're in the starting tunnel, they play all these videos, they hype you up. It's a great atmosphere. Hour 2, I'm super proud of myself. With 30 days of specific training to smash it out. I got a lot of no reps on the wall balls because I wasn't quite hitting the target, apparently. Honestly, I felt like I did 200 of the bloody things. So we're going to recap on the footage, but regardless, pumped. We're going to go home, shower, go for a swim with this boy, and then I'm going to sit down later on once I've kind of digested it all and do a proper recap. But everybody in the comments, give a shout out to my beautiful wife Emma, because not only was she filming me race, she was carrying this boy around, going from station to station. She deserves a medal as well, man. She basically did a Hyrox herself in the realest way, so thank you, honey, I love you. Right, guys, we'll catch up with you when I see you next. See you there. Alright, guys, we are back. I had time to digest it all and go over my results a little bit. That's basically what we're going to do right now. Made some key points because I don't want to go on and on like I can do. So I'm basically just going to break down my race, look at the run section, look at the workout section, pick out a few pointers and go over them. I'll screen record what I'm reading. So I found a couple of real cool, when I looked up my results, there's Race Analyzer and another one called Rocks Coach, and basically they take all your results from your race. I think they're run by Hyrox themselves, and they break down everything, your run, your averages, how you compare to other people in your age group and other people that you're racing to around the world, collected from data from all other races. So man, I was surprised with how in depth it is. And then also on this Rocks Coach one, it actually breaks down your race, like I said, and then gives you pointers of where you can improve and all that kind of stuff. So it's actually really, really cool. So let's get into it. I'll start off quickly and I will begin recording the screen. Right, we should be on. So, Ben Wilcock, Hyrox results. My overall time, like I mentioned after the race, was 1 hour, 2 minutes, 58 seconds, which got me 11th overall and first in my age group, which was really, really cool. Stoked with that. 35 to 39 years old, I won my age group. So if I go over to this Hyrox analyzer, it's got an overview. So like I said, total time, hour 2. My total run time was 32 minutes, 17 seconds. My total workout time was 26 minutes. And time in the Hyrox zone. So the Hyrox zone is kind of the area when you finish the run and you're heading into your functional movement station. It's obviously like a big area, so they don't add that onto your workout time, nor do they add that onto your run. That's its own thing, which is called the Hyrox zone, which I found out on the day, which I was in there for 4 minutes overall. So we'll start off with the run. So this is all 8 of my runs. Now, my average pace was a 4 minute, 2 second K minutes per K. My plan was to be running between 350 and 4 minutes. So that was my projected race pace, but I also planned that on the first K, I just wanted to feel out how fast I could run and still have good momentum into the first movement, which was the ski erg. So I kind of just paced the run off effort. I didn't want to be going and huffing and puffing, but I didn't want to go too slow, so I just went by feel. And once I'd done the ski erg, I wanted to see how I recovered from that and kind of set my pace from there. I didn't have pace on my watch. I just wanted to go off feel for this particular one. So first run was 4 minutes 20. And then it got better. I did a 3:48 on the second, 3:56 on the third, 3:58 on the fourth. And then the last 4, I was kind of in that 4 minute to between 4 minutes and 4:05, except for run 7, which was a 4:08. So I was a bit above or a bit slower than what I'd projected or what I'd planned. But overall, I'm happy with that. What I was planning on doing, what ended up happening was, I was trying to recover and gain my breath back and get my heart rate steady during the run, which after, like I'll talk about when I go to the workout section, after a few of those stations was really, really hard to do. So all in all, really happy with that run. So now we'll go into the workouts. My ski erg, 4 minutes. So like I said, just like the first run, I really tried to pace that one out just so I could get a feel of what it was like to transition from a run to one of these functional movements. And it felt good. I felt steady. Didn't feel like I was pushing too hard. Didn't feel like I didn't give it enough. So that was mint. Next was a sled push. Took me just under 2 minutes. The thing that I mentioned it in the last clip, is the sled push. When I was practicing, the center pole that the weights slide on, the one at my gym, is actually quite short. So I was able to get quite low when I was practicing and get good momentum because I was really quite low and get good drive. The ones at Hyrox are almost at eye level. And because of that, I couldn't get down as low. So I was sitting up at high when I was pushing, and it kept kind of tilting the whole sled up, like up onto its toes. So I had to adjust for that. I had to try and kind of move my head to the side and kind of adjust my body position so I could get lower but not basically be headbutting the pole in the middle. So that was like an adjustment on the fly I had to make. Those were reasonably hard, but I felt pretty good. I didn't stop during each lap. So basically it's 50 meters broken into 12.5 meter lengths. So you go out, back, out, and then you're off. So I didn't stop in any of the outbacks. I kind of had a small rest at each end. So those didn't feel too bad. The sled pull, same thing, didn't feel too bad. One thing I did notice, the rope, kind of when you take the tension, it was almost like elasticy. You'd take the tension and then it would be a bit more before the sled would actually move. So just little random things like that I didn't have with the equipment I was training with that I had to make adjustments for. That was fine. So the next thing, the burpee broad jumps. The burpee broad jumps were hard work. My goal was to not stop at all, and I didn't. I burpee broad jumped the whole way without stopping, but I don't think I've ever felt my heart rate. I was maxed out by the end of it. So maxed out that like even just walking, I was starting to feel a bit lightheaded. And off the back of that, and I think that's around about when my pace on my run started to slow down, I honestly can't even remember the first half of that 1K run after that. I was just absolutely gassed trying to get my breath back. And like I said, really hard to recover from on the run. So my pace slowed down from that. Luckily, they put a row in afterwards, and I got to be honest, the 1,000 meter row, I kept a really good pace and I recovered really well. So that took me 4 minutes, 18 seconds, but I felt like I really got to get my gas back, get my air back, because I was definitely winded after those burpee broad jumps, no doubt about it. Farmer carries, again, I felt good. No big deal with that. I managed to not put them down the whole time, so I did that in a minute 44. The next thing that I will say, which was hard, that gassed me, well, not gassed me as such, but definitely fatigued my legs big time, were the lunges. So I managed to get the lunges pretty good. I think about halfway through, instead of going step over step over step, I had to slow down to like a step and then like square my feet up, step, square my feet up, because I was just getting a lot of lactic acid build up, a lot of fatigue in my legs, and my run after that wasn't one of the best ones either. But that was on the other end of the spectrum. It wasn't because I was gassed like the burpee broad jumps, but just because my legs were heavy and dead, and I just felt like I couldn't really feel them. I couldn't get a lot of power out of them. And then that brings me to the wall balls. So I've counted on the video. I think I ended up doing, so it was 100 wall balls. I honestly feel like I felt like I'd done 200. I did 133. So that was 33 no reps that the lady gave me, which was my kind of the official that was watching me do them. And what they have set up is they've got two round circles, two round targets, and the lower target is for the female open women's, and the top target is for the open men and the pro men. And even so, you had to get it perfectly in the center. They had there's like a little bolt in the center where it bolts onto the guard or the platform. And if you weren't getting it perfectly on the center, if it was kind of hitting a bit lower and just partially touching on that lower target for the females, they'll give you a no rep. It was real loud and noisy, and I couldn't quite hear her, like if it was a rep or not. So I just kind of knuckled down and kept going, kept going, kept going. So I ended up doing an extra 33. It is what it is, man. Like, if the official calls it a no rep, it is what it is. There's no point complaining about it. You just got to keep pushing. So I was definitely winded by the end of that, doing 130 odd wall balls after all that. So those were 4 minutes 24. I think I broke it down. I think stopped twice, maybe three. Yeah, I think it was maybe three times during that whole 130 odd wall balls. And so that's basically the overview of the whole race. This thing puts in split. Oh no, it doesn't put in splits. So yeah, my workout average. So total workout time, like I said, was 26 minutes 23. The workout average was 3 minutes 18. Running 32 minutes. Average pace 402. So things to improve on. I definitely think if I can get that run, there's a lot of time that can be made up in that run. Now that I know the feeling of it, I wouldn't go so easy on that first 1K. And if I can get my more efficient with my burpee broad jumps and more efficient with my walking lunges, so I'm not so gassed or fatigued in the legs, I can keep those paces up under the 4 minute mark in those later Ks. So definitely some things to improve on. And like I said, if I switch back over here, this Rocks coach site, race summary, run day run, so it compares you to other athletes on each one of your runs. Says here based on 492 athletes with similar finish times, so it basically breaks down your result compared to other people in the same ballpark as you, and you can see how you go. Does it for everything: stations, it's expected finish times, like spread of split times, everything. It fully breaks it down, and then it gives you this here, like a full-on improvement plan of different things you could do. A big improvement in the farm carry station will not be as impactful. Like, it breaks it down so well into how you can improve. So this is really, really cool. All I was doing was trying to find my finish time and my splits for each thing, and I stumbled across this, and I was like amazed at all of this amazing information it gives you. So that's that. That's everything. Oh, I've still got all the similar athletes here. So yeah, that's the full breakdown of the race. In terms of the race, I had an absolute blast. The atmosphere, when you first get into the starting tunnel, they have like a big screen up with this music absolutely cranking. They have like all these images of other people racing, like they get you absolutely psyched, like the adrenaline before you start. That was a cool thing too. I was the very first, so probably 15 and 20 of us, the very first wave of the day, like the first people out of the blocks. So it was cranking, the atmosphere was pumping, and as soon as the timer ticks down, you go, like, it is on, man. Like, it is, it's intense and fun and super exciting. The other cool thing about the one in Auckland is because the run was outside, it was a real wide run track around the showgrounds. And so I never had an issue. I'd been watching videos of other people talking about how during the run they'd have to, when other waves started to come through, slower people, it was hard to try to get around them and it was slowing them up. But didn't have that problem once the run path was so wide you could kind of set your track, and even if you had to go around someone a bit slower, it wasn't a big deal. You weren't kind of all bunched up. So overall, an amazing event. Spectator friendly. Like, Emma had an amazing time. She could see me, like you saw it in the footage just previously, everything she filmed. Right there in the action, music playing the whole time. Like, it is an absolute blast. I had so much fun. And it will not be my last one. So because I won my age group, it actually qualified me for the World Champs in Chicago. So plans are changing this year. As they do, man. You got to be ready to pivot with your goals and plans. I mean, at the very start of the year, I decided to do this 4 weeks before. Hence the name of this series. I just, on a whim, had heard about it, decided to do it, and then I was going to get straight back to triathlon, which I am. But an opportunity's come up, and we'll see where that takes us. So anyway, guys, that's a breakdown of the race. Had an absolute blast. We're going to wrap this one up. I know I didn't do it last video because we were obviously in town. As most of my videos finish, we're going to wrap this one up in the cold plunge. So I'll see you there. Alright, guys, that is the end of the series. That's the final video of the series from Triathlon to Hyrox. I've had an absolute blast making it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. Do not worry. Do not panic. This is not the end of it. I've really enjoyed making the videos, and we're going to carry on. We've got a lot still ahead this year. We've got more triathlons coming up. We've got Chicago for World Champs for Hyrox potentially coming up. We've got marathons. We've got all sorts of shit, plus just everyday in the life type stuff. So stay tuned, stick around, subscribe if you haven't already, comment so we can interact, and yeah, man, I'll see you on the next one, and we will probably go over what the upcoming plan for the rest of the year is going to be now that we've got a few changes coming up with this whole Hyrox thing. So yeah, man, and we will see you in the next one. I'm going to have to hit the lady tail after this, Charles Boyle style. If you haven't seen it already, if you've never watched it before, go check out Brooklyn 99. It's the shit. Oh.